fellow babies, and welcome to the show your high school sweetheart called even better than that night with your father. It's the 42 Show.
Hello, everybody, and in the maelstrom storm of news we have for you tonight, we have a shocking moment. A toddler. But actually, so I should point out these are the stories we're not going to cover. I forgot to mention that bit. But yeah, we have there's a shocking moment. A toddler is caught on video drinking beer at a Texas football game while a mum turns a blind eye. A police officer on an LAPD raid suspecting a medical diagnosis center as a front for illegal cannabis, lost his rifle as the MRI machine yanked it off his body, pinning it to the side of the machine. And also, out of touch with reality, billionaire Donald Trump went to a grocery store and had no idea how it worked.
Yeah. Oh, he even gave somebody $100 or something to show off. It's hilarious. Oh, man. But yeah, we're starting off with something that is definitely not hilarious. This was just going to be something we were going to mention in the show, but it keeps getting worse and worse. And we're talking about the hurricane coming towards Florida right now. When I woke up, it was a Cat 2. It's then was upgraded to a Cat 3, and now it is at a Cat 4. And still escalating. This thing is going to hit like a shit ton of bricks. If you are anywhere in the path of this, let me don't do that. It's doing that scroll or zoom when I'm trying to scroll it. And here we go. Sorry. But if you're anywhere near the path of this, don't be one of those old people or, that just go, well, this is where I live, so this is where I'm. Get the fuck out now. Right? Your home is going to be matchsticks in a matter of no time. Don't be stupid. Listen to the emergency responders and please do what you're told and get yourself to safety. It's unbelievable what's coming right now.
Or at least dig out your Kevlar umbrella.
Yeah. And make sure it's built by Batman. But yeah, it's really, really bad right now. And there already is reports of people in Florida near, I think it's called the Bend or something. It's like it's the area where the eye is going for right now on that map. And there are old timers that are like, no, this is my home. I'm staying. Don't be that person. Don't think stupidly. Survival for not just you, but your loved ones and stuff is probably important to somebody.
Yeah, that looks like a really angry looking hurricane as well.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there was some satellite stuff I saw. I forgot to save it of lightning in the eye that was taken and stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But this is, look right here, this is an old capture. It's not a Cat 3 anymore. It is now a Cat 4. So be safe. Be safe. We'll check at the end of the show to see how it's going.
Right. Well, you're going to do a news story now.
I thought I was counted as one. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you want to do? Do you want to do a story or shall I just carry on?
Well, I've got a decent amount. So here, because this guy is an absolute human piece of garbage, we'll cover him quick. He described Ukraine. That's Ronald Gump, if you're unsure. He described Ukraine in some bleak and mournful terms, referring to its people as dead and the country itself as demolished. Well, they've lost some good ground and there is some destroyed places, but demolished, right? So well, the election's coming up, everybody. The reason I'm bringing this up is take all this into consideration and make sure you're telling your friends and stuff too. This guy in this little article that I have here is criticizing Zelensky in a big way because as Russia was gearing up to invade Ukraine, Zelensky didn't make a deal. And this horrid piece of garbage is now blaming Ukraine themselves for not making a deal as this started to unfold. Now, I don't know what you're thinking there, former President Donald Trump, but that is akin to the U.S. going, oh, they bombed Pearl Harbor. Just give it to them anyway. It doesn't matter. And are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, it's like, what kind of a deal are they talking about? They invaded. It's like, what kind of... Well, we'll tell you what, we'll give you some Levi jeans and some fridges and maybe some toilets if you don't invade. How about that for a deal? Is that what is he talking about?
I am so on this. I just can't get my head around it for the man to say that. And this is the same guy who is literally partially campaigning, this fucking guy who's partially campaigning on the fact that he could end this conflict on the day he gets into office. I'm sorry, you, sir, are a liar.
Yeah, I think Zelensky did make a deal with Trump, with Putin anyway. So it's like, okay, for every one of our men, we'll have 3 of yours. Something like that.
Yeah. So, yeah, and there's a bit more I could go into on that, but you guys, I'm sure, know the drill. We're a very pro-Ukrainian channel. Donald Trump is human garbage, and everything that comes out of his mouth is bullshit that is only for his own self-interest. Fact. Done.
Yeah. Git.
But you're starting in a very strange place as well, though, with human garbage.
I'm always starting in a strange place. I'm here, aren't I? A couple in Rogers in Arkansas, or Arkansas, is accused of attempting to sell their 2-month-old baby at a campground for beer and $1,000. Yeah, that's right. The Benton County Sheriff's Office responded. Yeah, 6-pack. The Benton County Sheriff's Office responded to a report at the Hideaway Campground after a concerned individual claimed that Darian Urban, 21, and Charlene Ellers, at 20, had offered
20?
to give up
She
their
looks
baby.
15.
Yeah, that's an age there. This is like just 5.5. Yeah. Anyway, they offered to give up their baby in exchange for a 6-pack of beer, and later asked for $1,000. So it was a 6-pack first of all.
Oh my god! You know, I can solve this right now. They don't need to go to court or anything. Just sterilize the two and put the child up for adoption. Done.
Hey, shut up. Do you want to hear the story or not? Or are you just going to make it your own? According to an affidavit, a man at the campground who appeared heavily intoxicated asked if he could have the baby overnight in exchange for beer. Ellers responded that Ellis reportedly said,
so much wrong with that.
Ellis reportedly said it was not working having 3 dogs and a baby, and offered to surrender the baby for $1,000. The man created a letter for the couple to sign, agreeing to give them
a napkin?
a cashier's check on Monday. Yeah. Authorities obtained the signed letter from the couple, which stated that their intent to transfer custody of the baby for $1,000, along with a disclaimer forbidding future contact. I can't remember what the words were. They're not future contact. It was great. It was just like, just don't ever call me again. But Urban and Ellers claimed they were recording the exchange because they intended to formalize the adoption later. They're too drunk to do it. When emergency services arrived, the baby appeared to be in poor health and was taken to hospital. Witnesses reported a strong ammonia and fecal odor and observed severe nappy rash, blisters and swelling on the baby's body.
Oh my God. Just get these people away from the kid. Get it adopted. I was adopted. It worked really well for me. Yeah. Well, except for the addictions, you know.
You weren't probably given away at a campsite, though. The two of them have been arrested. They're both facing a $50,000 bail, and Urban has since been released while Ellers remains in custody.
Wow. Well, wait a minute now. So because she's the mom, she's in more shit, even though they both did it as joint parents?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
There's got to be something going on there. Otherwise, that's not fair, right?
Maybe because they're not technically married. Maybe he's not the actual father. I don't know.
He wasn't an anonymous sperm donor. Fuck him. He deserves just as much, Oh, yeah.
Very strange. Very strange indeed.
Couple of shout outs here quick. Jonesy in the chat. $10 direct for the Boom Boom Fund. Thank you, Jonesy. Thank you. And a second one from Demetrius Ziganovas. The Fridge Fund. Oh, yeah. Hey, I like that. The Fridge Fund. That way people think I might put things other than beer in the fridge. Okay, Demetrius, we're on it. Fridge Fund it is. Thanks.
Yeah. He keeps his condoms.
Well, when they're cold, they actually never mind. And Dunk on You 23 in the chat giving out 5 Shills memberships. Oh yeah, thanks Dunk on You. Loving having new members, especially because I got somebody to send the bar tab to. I'm supposed to have something to say now, right? And I do. Here we go. So, California Governor Gavin Newsom. Sometimes he does right, sometimes he does wrong. This time we're going to talk about one he did right. He just signed a law to combat the whole disappearing of purchases of digital games, movies, music, and ebooks and so on, right? The legislation, now remember, this is California, will force digital storefronts to tell customers they're just getting a license to use the media rather than suggesting that they've actually bought it or that they own it. Now, before I go any further, I want to point out right away. Notice how they didn't do anything to stop the practice. They just passed a law making it so you have to word it properly. This is what I was saying about this guy. Sometimes he does right, sometimes he does wrong. This should have been something with teeth, and instead it's a little soft, but it's better than nothing. When the law comes into effect next year, it will ban digital storefronts from using terms like buy or purchase unless they inform customers that they're not getting unrestricted access to whatever they're buying. So you can still say buy, but in the small print, you'll have to put, over time, this device will be obsolete and we will take it away from you. So again, see, Gavin, you've got no teeth. You got no teeth. You probably have dentures put in on purpose so that, your wife doesn't have to worry about scratches. The new law won't apply to stores that offer permanent offline downloads and comes as a direct response to companies like PlayStation, Ubisoft, and oh my God, is the list long of companies that have taken things away over time, right? So once again, California tries to be ahead of the curve, and they had the right idea because I do believe in its initial form, the law had more teeth to it and would have done more to protect consumers. But now all they've did is legislate language of advertising, not behavior of company. So it was a good try. I kind of see it as a fail, and I think the whole process of governors and, we have the equivalent sort of up here and whatnot too. We need better education on these people when it comes to them getting office because, oh my God, do we got a lot of stupid people in power.
See, the thing about, being able to download, without actually having to get a physical copy. It was convenient, and it saves them a shit ton of money too.
Totally, manufacturing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Shipping,
So what they should enforce is if they're going to remove your ability to use a download, they should be forced to send you a physical copy.
Or they should be forced to remove the digital rights management BS that's always phoning home to make sure it's okay.
Yeah,
I paid for it. Take it away. Right? But they weren't forced to do anything other than correct their language.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's not good enough. It was a good try, but once again, political BS in the background where, yeah, but if you weaken that, then I'll help you on this, and all this backdoor deal making stuff has ruined it for the consumer.
Yeah, bloody consumers.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, them and their open wallets, how
Talking of people with their open wallets, or maybe not quite, a former Olympian, Megan Pettypiece, life took a dramatic turn on March 28 after an incident at a Walmart self-checkout station in Indiana. Pettypiece, a former NCAA Division I softball coach, and a member of the Canadian national team at the 2000 Sydney Olympics. Yeah, it's like, put them up there on the pedestal and then knock them down. She was arrested for allegedly failing to scan $67 worth of items, including ham and asparagus. How fucking expensive is an asparagus in Canada?
Actually,
yeah, that's $67 for asparagus.
Yeah.
But despite paying $176 for other groceries, security alerted the police when the items weren't scanned. During the arrest, Pettypiece told officers she wasn't aware that the machine hadn't registered the items. However, this situation escalated when officers found 3 disposable vapes and an anti-nausea medication in her purse. And she was charged not only for theft, but also for possession of marijuana and controlled substance.
Oh, she must be in America now, because this is making no sense.
This gets worse. It gets worse.
Oh, no.
Later investigations revealed that the self-checkout machine had failed to register the items, and the vapes were free of nicotine and THC. Additionally, the medication belonged to an assistant coach who had asked Pettypiece to hold it during a game prior to her arrest. It wasn't even hers.
Oh, my gosh.
Pettypiece's attorney presented this evidence along with character references, leading to the dismissal of charges. But despite all this, the fact that she was actually,
charged
with all this, it changed her personal life. She had to resign from her coaching position, and all the
that's not life fair.
Yeah, her life is fallen to pieces because of her false charges, and that's it. Her life is ruined.
Holy, I don't get this at all, because in my town, you watch people go, they leave Walmart and the little dinger goes, burp, burp, burp. We're sorry. There may be a problem with and this 92-year-old person just waves, have a good day, and nobody cares, man. Are you kidding? But the fact that look, she did try to scan it. It just didn't work because they have a camera looking down and they can see every item and all this, right? It's really, really overblown these days. What a joke.
Yeah. I mean, our local supermarket, it basically weighs everything as you go put it into your bag. So
ours is so touchy, it just flips out. If something even just tips over, and the person has to come over and clear it.
Yeah, very, very difficult to scam it.
Yeah, drives me crazy.
Yeah, but she was innocent.
Yeah, that's not fair at all. She should come back to Canada, because those things aren't such a problem up here. Oh my God. I can't imagine getting in that much trouble over an oops. Wow. Something that definitely wasn't an oops. This is a little bit intense. China did a long-range missile test, and unlike a couple they've done over the past 40 years where they shot it up into a nothing region of their own land, they shot it right into the Pacific Ocean. And this is an intercontinental ballistic missile. We're talking about the big ICBMs, and they did a test fire. It's been 40 years since they've done this, and it was routine, they say. And it wasn't aimed at anybody, but a whole whack of people like Australia, New Zealand, and Japan are like, no, you didn't give us a heads up. There was no, because Beijing's in the background going, oh, we told everybody it's okay. And everybody's like, no, you didn't. And it's being looked at by analysts as a big look at us bitches moment. These are the missiles that can travel like 5,000 plus kilometers, right? So there's an analyst here. Where is it? This sort of testing is not unusual for other countries, including the USA, but it is for China. This was Ankit Panda. It has sparked immediate reaction from, Japan. Japan said they got no notice and expressed serious concern about the whole thing. Australia said the action was destabilizing and raises the risk of miscalculation in the region, and that it sought an explanation from Beijing. New Zealand called it unwelcome and concerning development. The one analyst said, no doubt this will be a stark reminder to the region and to the U.S. that nuclear dynamics in Asia are quickly changing. Another analyst went on to say, it's kind of like a wake-up call for Washington and the Allies. The message is that direct intervention is a conflict across the Taiwan Strait. In a conflict across the Taiwan Strait would involve the American homeland being vulnerable to attack. And another one went on to say it was a very provocative test demonstrating China's capabilities of flight for ICBMs on multiple fronts simultaneously. China's starting to see Russia poking the bear here and there with, that thing where Japan just had to shoot flares at the Russian plane. Like, I think China's going, hey, you know what? We're going to push our boundaries too and see if we can start getting away with, repatriating Taiwan or something, right?
Yeah, but at least Russia is being obnoxious to everybody else in the world at the same time. China is kind of weird because it's like they go, yeah, but look at our lovely stuff. Come and buy our shiny things, and aren't they lovely? By the way, we might blow the shit out of you, but
China plays a weird double-sided game.
Yeah.
They really do. There's so many people kissing their ass business-wise because there's such a big market and stuff. And at the same time, they have human rights records that are nasty, and they have all this bully attitude towards their neighbors and stuff. It's crazy how, to make sure that you can afford an iPhone, Apple's willing to do business with them.
Yeah, it's like China has got a caste system, two castes: the caste of businessmen and the caste of warlords.
Yeah,
and the two are just trying to do completely different things with China.
Actually, three, because there's slave labor for American and Canadian first world devices. They get paid shit. They live in the communities. Oh, it's crazy. But anyway,
at least they put their own people into slavery, not anybody else.
Yeah, it's strange. It's the world's going to have to come to terms with this soon because you can't do this forever.
Nah.
Let's see here. Oh, okay. So I could say this guy don't need nothing but a good time. Who's the beer drinker?
Yeah, sorry, I was jumping to the wrong story. Yeah, this is a kind of a weird story. Jay Chan, a former parliamentary staffer from Birmingham, England, has embarked on a unique mission to protest a tax on food and beverages in the UK pubs by drinking a pint of beer in all of 650 parliamentary constituencies. Yeah, that will show them. That will tell them. Oh.
I know. I don't.
This is how you do a protest.
Yeah, make that man a general.
Yeah. I hope you're listening to this. Stop oil.
Yeah.
Just go and buy a Mars bar in every single petrol station in Britain. Yeah. That will show them. Yeah. But anyway, so far Chan has completed his challenge in 16 constituencies, leaving 634 to go. He hasn't got very far. His campaign
take an afternoon, like what? Does he have a driver?
His campaign aims to highlight the challenges that British pubs face, particularly those exacerbated by taxation. Chan's journey began after the most recent UK general election, so that was months ago, and he's only done 16 pints so far.
Not very committed, is he?
Maybe he just can't handle his drink.
Drank 16 beer in the last 3 days.
Shut up! during which he became more aware of the financial pressures facing pubs while working for a member of parliament. He was inspired to fully commit to the campaign after a visit to the historic pub Ye Old Trip to Jerusalem in Nottingham, where he received an enthusiastic response from fellow patrons after downing 2 pints.
Said one, though. See, he can't even make up his mind.
It just doesn't make any sense what they're doing. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Chatton's videos documenting his quest have garnered thousands of views, and he's gained support for bringing attention to the importance of pubs in local communities. Chan expects it could take up to 20 years to complete and cost him over $4,000 in drinks alone. Well, in 20 years, it'll be $4,000 a pint. I don't know what you're talking about. But to help fund the journey, he's only 18. The 18-year-old has started a GoFundMe campaign, which has already raised more than £2,000. Yeah, that's
to get this guy drunk really slowly.
I don't get it. I really don't get it. Yeah, what is he going to prove anything? Is there anybody actually knows? I don't know. It's ridiculous. Come on, there's got to be a better way.
Oh shit! You know,
yeah. When he was, maybe we could do it live on the show. We could do it here now. We could, Dick Dawson, hold up your beer, please, and and highlight the plight of British pubs and taxation.
There we go. Yeah, here.
There he goes. Look at the plight. Look at the plight.
Yeah. I suffer for you, my friends. We should do an after show. I'll show this fucking idiot. I'll have 16 in a night. Fuck.
Well, yeah, we'll do 634.
Could probably do his whole mission in a weekend, right? You know? Yeah. Where am I going here? Let's see here. Oh, okay. Yeah. I wanted to address these two. So first off, let me just qualify the news I'm about to bring to you by letting you know these two men are liars.
I was going to say lovers.
Well, I wouldn't doubt that Vance could get drunk enough to see Trump as a coach. So,
I'll just stick this in between these cushions.
Yeah. But a Haitian organization in Ohio has filed criminal charges against Trump and Vance.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. Alleging the pair has caused harm by spreading baseless smears about Haitian immigrants. The FBI is investigating threats and intimidation of Haitians in Springfield as well. So the head of the Haitian Bridge Alliance brought charges on behalf of the organization in Clark County Municipal Court under an Ohio statute that allows private citizens to file criminal charges. The nonprofit is asking the court to affirm there is probable cause that Trump and Vance committed crimes and to issue arrest warrants for both men. The charges include disrupting public service, making false alarms, committing telecommunications harassment, committing aggravated menacing, and violating the prohibition against complicity. The group said they filed criminal charges to hold both Trump and Vance accountable for the devastating harm they have caused our community in Springfield and has impacted Haitians around the United States. A couple of quotes here. Their lies have harmed the Springfield community and their lies have violated criminal law, the group said in a press release. This is about confronting white supremacy, anti-black rhetoric, and hate speech that seems to be a constant in U.S. politics and that continues to cause suffering. No one is above the law. Lead counsel said in a statement, the Haitian community is suffering in fear because of Trump's and Vance's relentless, irresponsible, false alarms and public services have been disrupted. They must be held accountable to the rule of law. Anyone else who wreaked havoc the way they did would have been arrested by now. They think they're above the law and they're not. And there's a few other points to it, but I mean, the point is spreading those kind of hateful lies that incite people to act poorly and whatnot. That is against the law.
I mean, the thing is, though, there's going to be a point where they're going to say, actually, we can't actually charge Donald Trump with anything else because there's just not enough time
exactly.
There's not enough room in the calendar to book the court appearances.
Yeah, the old man will be dead before we can even arraign him. You know,
it's like Al Capone spent less time in court.
Totally. But it's just another, it's just another reminder of the fact that these idiots will throw anybody under the bus if they think they can get themselves a point in a poll. They don't care.
They don't care. Even Vance admitted that that he knew that the story was made up. Yeah, it's like, as long as it brings attention, we don't care. It's like, brilliant,
Yeah. Where is that? There was a quote here. I think I had it. Yeah, here it is. If I have to create stories so that American media actually pays attention to the suffering of the American people, then that's what I'm going to do. And Vance said that to CNN. Fact.
Yeah, I believe he's now a producer on Ancient Aliens.
Yeah. Oh, I think he's related to Giorgio Tsoukalos. So.
He's the alien.
Talking
about aliens, residents of Sydney's affluent Kirribilli neighbourhood were surprised on Wednesday when they noticed a bright green substance leaking into the harbour at Careening Cove near Milson Park. Not that you know where that is. Who cares? But the fluorescent
every weekend.
Yeah, all there the time. The fluorescent green colour compared to by one local to green cordial or radioactive stuff from superhero movies. So many ways you could describe green. How about just green? It was eventually identified by fire and rescue services as a non-toxic substance likely to be a fluorescent dye.
I thought you were going to say we did a publicity stunt.
Yeah. Fluorescent dye is commonly used as a flow tracer to detect leaks or determine water flow paths in pipes. But in this case, it appears to have been unintentionally or excessively released. The fire and rescue superintendent Adam Dewberry explained that while the dye flowed from a stormwater drain in the area, it would be difficult to trace the exact source due to the vast number of entry points.
But can't you just go along and go, it's green, it's green, it's green.
It's not green.
It's not green. Okay, go back one. There it is.
It's like he's saying it's hard to trace the source. Well, this is exactly what this stuff is used for.
I bet this guy playing with blocks as a kid couldn't figure out how to make a square. It's just
He said, although the dye was highly visible, Dewberry emphasized that there are no signs of toxicity, marine damage, or fish kills. That's because you can't see into the water because it's really bright green.
No signs yet.
And the substance did not stain boats, wharfs, or the shoreline. By 6:40 p.m., North Sydney Council confirmed that the green water had cleared from the drainage network and spill socks were replaced into the stormwater channel to prevent further pollution. But where? But where would you put it? You don't know where to put it. You said that.
It just looks like an algae bloom. It's kind of, it's funny that it's some big convoluted thing when it just, it just kind of looks like what nature does.
Oh dear. Yeah. There's lots of theories going around what caused it. Basically, someone is saying it's a year 12 prank during a muck-up day or misuse during routine water flow testing. Routine water flow testing. They're like, we just dump a dump truck of dye in the water and see what happens. Yeah, it's like, no, come on. But it's all gone now and it's cleared away.
Yeah,
it's just green somewhere else now.
It's one of those, it look like, to me as an aquarium person, it just looks like an unkept tank.
Yeah, it does look pretty nasty.
Here we got 2.5 minutes, right? So, what did I skip? Okay, here there is, Biden and the gang have announced a huge $8 billion aid package for Ukraine. I could go through a bunch of it. There's another Patriot system. There's Patriot missiles, precision guide glide bomb called the Joint Standoff Weapon. It's got a range of about 81 miles. But stop with the pop-ups. Where is it here? It's not loading my highlights properly here. There's a couple of Republicans that were being total jerks, and Trump as well, because Zelensky said something that maybe wasn't the most friendly to MAGA asshole fuckwits.
Oh dear!
Yeah. Yeah, where does it? Trump said, we continue to give billions of dollars to a man who refused to make the deal. That's where I was talking about, well, you wouldn't have given up Pearl Harbor and Hawaii and everything. Where is it here? It's not loading for me. Sorry. A few Republicans like Joe Wilson were saying how the meeting with Zelensky and both sides was very bipartisan and very positive. But there is a couple of assholes are furious that Zelensky went over to where is it? Some place that there's a Democrat person, and there was like a place they went to, and people are freaking out saying that Zelensky has to fire his ambassador to Washington for the Scranton, Ohio. Is it Ohio? Scranton? But they were in Scranton, and it's all just political rhetoric bullshit. But it does sound like Zelensky's visit on the whole is going well. And I think the vision for victory just, help just a little, lighten up the restriction thing. Biden has said that he's still not comfortable with the whole long rangers right into Russia. But we've got enough other people saying yes to that now that eventually I think they're going to have to bow to it. But I do believe that America won't bow to Zelensky having the ability to use long rangers into Russia until Harris is sworn in and they're safe for 4 years. The Democratic Party, whatever that's how I think it's going to work.
Well, I heard the crew from Top Gear now retired now, so we should send them over to Ukraine. They could fire Reliant Robins on rockets into Russia.
That's a good idea. So remember, people, if you're American, get yourself registered to vote. Make sure you've done it properly and get out there and vote against Trump. Trump will bury Ukraine. He has basically come out and said that I would just simply cut them off, let them eat what they've lost and just call it a day and let Russia have it. Fuck all that. Make sure everybody is voting and voting correctly.
Yes.
Yeah. So thanks for joining us, everybody. Tomorrow we got a double shot with the 42 show and the 42 minutes later after show. And we've also got Chuck Emmerts in the chat with a $5 super chat. Unless you're an oligarch, nothing is yours in confirmation stand. NorCal represent. Woo-hoo-hoo. That was a good one. Here, we'll get a second sound effect in for it. Thanks, everybody. And remember, if the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy.
Yes, keep your dick in the right. Hang on, that's the wrong quote. Anyway, get on with it.
And a big thanks to the team who do everything for us in the background, like dishes, laundry, and today I even had somebody helping me roll one because I was a little bit busy. We've got Annette, PJ, CNET, Shayna Caldwell, Chris Lundy, Skits Crasher, and Super Chat Matt. So thanks, everybody. And remember, right after we're done, head over to see Nick Suter and Commander McMillan on a downtime chat. We'll drop the link.
And for everybody who sends in super chats, donations, and become channel members, we thank you. We thank you from the bottom of our cold, dead heart. And don't forget to hit like on the way out. I'm going to do that right now, so you can do that. And don't forget, share us out on social media. Share us out where you can. tell your firstborn baby to some other drunk and say it's a gift from the Shills. Or you can just do it on social media. I don't care. But also, don't forget to come give us a comment if you like the show. If you didn't like the show, give us a comment in the comments later and leave us something to have a fight about later. Okay, well, we'll see you all tomorrow. Yes, indeed.
Remember, fellow babies, if you covet your coworker, don't get caught drooling. Good night, everybody.
Bye, Shelly.